Hey there, everyone. This is the brief overview of Chapter 7. This chapter is focused on crime and deviance. In this chapter, you will learn about the difference between deviance and crime. Crime is quite easy to define. It is any act or behavior that violates a law. Well, we all know that laws are something created by society. These are codified and these then become part of the penal code. And so if there's a behavior or act defined in the penal code as prohibited, if you violate that, then you've committed a crime. Deviance, on the other hand, is not so easy to define. It is also socially constructed, meaning society decides what is deviant, just as society decides what should be criminal behavior. Deviance, though, is much more murky for this reason. Since the majority of people in a society don't necessarily agree on what is immoral or violates norms, then you have some people in a society who believe something should be legal and others who believe that it shouldn't be legal. So let's just think of prostitution. I live in Nevada. In this state, prostitution is legal. It is legal only in 13 counties in Nevada. And there are lots of counties here that are small, but it's legal in 13 counties, only outside of city limits. Okay, so it is legal here in the county where I live, Clark County, but it must be outside of city limits. So brothels must be outside city limits. That means then that people here in Nevada, for the most part, believe that, well, prostitution's not so bad. That's why it's still legal here. It's been legal for years in Nevada. We're the only state out of all 50 that allows prostitution legally. Why? Well, presumably because most other people in every other state believe that prostitution is wrong, that it should not be legal, that you should not pay someone to have sex with you. That's an example of deviance. You'll also learn in this chapter about how the three perspectives, the functionalist, the conflict, and the symbolic interactionist, analyze crime and deviance. There are some theories under each of these perspectives that are discussed. And the end of the chapter focuses on the criminal justice system. So this is a really interesting chapter. It's one of my favorite chapters. I hope that you enjoy learning about how our society categorizes different types of behaviors and how crime has changed over time. How we think of what is criminal has changed over time, as well as what we think is deviant has changed over time. Bye.